course!
I feel the urge to read him a story. Fortunately, I don't have one.
What would you do with his teeth anyway? A warehouse. A very good hiding place.
Why is there straw all over the place?
Chuck Norris knows why there's straw on the floor.
El Chollo, a name you can trust. El Chollo's very busy. He's on his lunch break.
I like his abrasive style. However, I have to ask myself if he didn't miss his calling as a trader.
That's a long story.
Hands off! That is El Chollo's lunch. He would be very angry if you were to try to steal it. El Chollo's goods are so cheap.
A giant stone bone.
There's a story behind it, isn't there?
Yes, a rich merchant once gave this thing to his dog as a birthday gift. The stupid furball broke its jaw trying to bite into it. Oh, up there, my beloved castle. What wonderfully devilish plans I used to forge there, day in, day out.
Yes, lovely. But I think we had better stay away and focus on escaping, don't you?
All right, but the time will come when I take my castle back. Giant mushrooms. I can't believe that I tolerated something like that in my city.
But they look so sweet and make the city so much prettier.
Exactly my point. Ouch! You nasty, disgusting little beast. Ouch! You nasty, disgusting little beast! Here, kitty, 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 I like tuna, I like liver.
Ceville, you're a real animal lover. Wait a minute. You didn't add anything to that fish, did you?
Why, you always wait until the last minute to share all your so excellent plans. An ordinary piece of string.
A really long piece of string. Formerly evil, in brackets now good, arch-villains club.
What kind of sick mind could invent something like that?
A lovely little vegetable garden.
Ugh! Yuck! Vegetables! Those are only good for decorating the real food.
Common parsley.
And who can tell me what you have to do if a little old lady wants to cross the street?
We help her cross the street?
Correct! Wonderful! For that you get a happy face stamp on your report card.
Grinder.
A knight in black armor. Doesn't look all that friendly.
I think he makes a rather promising impression.
Looks like an undead pirate to me.
I just hope his name isn't Le Jacques or something like that.
An uncomfortably demonic-looking... person.
Wanna bet his name is either Diable or Horny?
Which we will sell. Aye, 'tis a great thing. We should get ourselves one of those handcarts.
What a great idea!
I'm so happy to see you all so enthusiastic.
Ah, the good fairy. The terror of villains everywhere. Lessons for the improvement of former villains. What a heinous plan!
Actually, I find it quite commendable.
Oh, that's something only a naive little girl with no idea of the beauty of the dark side could say. A rocking horse. I really wonder how that is supposed to help turn a villain good.
Maybe the rocking motion shakes all the evil out of them.
A large wardrobe. I don't even want to think about what might be hanging in there.
Maybe the fairy's underwear?
There! I said I didn't want to think about what might be hanging in there. A big box atop the wardrobe, impossible for us to reach.
What treasures might it hold?
I think it would be better if I just didn't comment.
Sweet!
Can't you say anything other than sweet?
Now don't be that way. Women just like small children. Why else do you think I joined you?
How?
Two?
Yes, 2 is correct. Excellent. That's just earned you a good on your report card.
Yay!
Mr. Overachiever, I presume?
This place is full of abhorrently peaceful pictures.
Sweet!
No accounting for taste.
Of course.
We'll be right pillars of society, fighting evil wherever we see it. Aye. Exactly. No one will stop us.
A common desk. The fairy probably keeps her papers in it.
Disgustingly good documents, more likely than not.
But I doubt that she'll let us check to see. Hello!
Hello, and welcome to my house. I am the good fairy. How can I help you, children?
So you're the good fairy. How convenient. You see, I just happen to have a few wishes. I want you to turn Basilius into a worm.
I'm sorry, sweet cakes, but the whole wish thing works a little differently nowadays. To get your wishes, you have to fill out form FEE42 first.
Okay, where do I get this form FEE42 then?
Cuddle Bear, you have to go to Fairy Central Administration for that.
Oh, okay. And how do I get into Fairy Central Administration?
I'm sorry, Honey Bun. I'm afraid you can't get in there at all. Only fairies can enter Fairy Central Administration.
You could have told us that earlier.
Sugar Pie, you didn't ask me earlier.
What exactly are you doing here?
Oh, a very good question, my dear. I dedicate myself to my most important task. I tutor former arch-villains on their way to becoming valued citizens.
Brrr, what a disgustingly good deed. I could toss my cookies.
Now, Ducky, this is an extremely important task, and I'm sure that it would also do a grouchy little man such as yourself a world of good.
Over my dead body.
Arr, I'd be careful with statements like that, matey. I once thought the same.
Don't be sad, Sweetie Pie. You've all come so far, and you're all becoming more wonderful every day. All right then, Hornikins. Introduce yourself the way we've learned.
My name is Horny, and I've been good for 7 weeks now. I used to do bad things, but here in the group, I have learnt that that's evil. That's why I'm here, and why I'm learning how to be a respectable and valued member of society.
Excellent! Simply excellent, darling boy. And all of us here will help you.
This kind of brainwashing is disturbing.
Well, I think it's great that these former villains are now trying to lead good lives.
Have you nothing better to do than to bring these poor villains to the brink of despair with your rotten good propaganda?
But Cupcake, returning misguided beings to the straight and narrow is my vocation. Incidentally, I'm also the fairy ambassador here in Fairyarnis, which of course makes me one of the councillors.
Are you a council member?
But of course, Buttercup, I even have the papers with me. I always take special care of it, because unfortunately there's no picture on it, and we wouldn't want anyone else using it to pretend that they're me, would we now, lovey?
Well now, some papers. I could really use these. What kind of villain discriminatory trick are you using to force these people to return to being so disgustingly, ickily good?
But, Poopsie Whoopsie, I don't force anyone to be good. I just help them to become good, lovable citizens. The 3 arch-villains gathered here are a good example.
Can I borrow these papers?
I'm sorry, Angel Face, but the answer is no. Don't take this wrong, but those ambassadorial papers also grant diplomatic immunity. And if they fell into the wrong hands, who knows what bad things someone might use them for?
What?
I understand. Great! A real live good fairy. I love to read stories about you.
Why, thank you, kitten. But don't believe everything you read, especially not that bit about Cinderella and me. I find pumpkin quite delicious, and we shouldn't play with our food. And mice and rats, ugh, how repulsive. Anyway, I'm of the opinion that any decent woman should be a little afraid of rodents.
Wonderful. It's always good to know other people's weaknesses so I can exploit them. Now we can finally get back to doing something useful. I'm getting a headache.
See you soon, my darlings.
A staircase up. Probably leads to the fairy's bedroom.
Oh, stop! Don't say one more word. Just the thought fills my head with images too horrible to contemplate.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello, yourself.
Who are you?
We are former arch-villains.
We were really nasty, dangerous miscreants.
Har! But we've changed, we have. Har!
Exactly. We finally want to be good citizens.
That's why we are taking classes with the good fairy.
And because we need them for our resocialization.
What the... I'm off the throne for just a few minutes and already dyed-in-the-wool villains are mutating into brainless do-gooders.
We're law-abiding citizens now. Har!
But you're only shadows of your former selves. Don't you miss the good old days when you were still evil?
No.
We feel really good. Actually, we would really love to serve the law.
Exactly. Catching and arresting evil villains.
Ha! Good thing I'm a tyrannical
What you meant to say is that you're not a villainous tyrant of the sort these gentlemen here would love to lock up, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
I think it's great that you want to change.
Thank ye. Har!
Repugnant,
We're doing our best.
gone soft, each and every one of them.
We really feel that we are on the right track.
If there's anything I can do for you, then just let me know. I'm very happy to help people who want to change.
Yes, I always... Bah. Hey, you, the funny pirate guy. Don't you miss the pillaging and looting?
Aye.
No, we've changed. And don't forget, we are good citizens now.
Aye.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The funny little demon. Wouldn't you like to send monsters out to fight stupid would-be heroes again?
No. We have changed. We are now good citizens. Remember?
Yes, yes.
Hey, you there. Tin Can Man. Wouldn't you like to be a robber baron again, robbing people at will?
Well... No, we've changed. Har! We're good citizens now, don't forget. Yes. Yes.
Ceville, shame on you! Stop trying to lead these poor rogues away from the path of virtue.
Path of virtue. Pah! That's no life.
You should follow their example.
Yes, I always... Bah!
Can I do anything for you?
It would be great if you could point out a crime or something like that to us. We would like to show what law-abiding citizens we have become.
Something like, say, an escaped prisoner, for example?
Exactly.
No. I wouldn't know anything about that. Anything else I could do for you?
Like we said, if you hear anything about a crime or a criminal, then please, let us know.
I'll do that.
I've had enough of you. Come on, let's go.
Autographed pictures of the Good Fairy with original kiss lip imprint.
Ooh, I just can't believe anyone would voluntarily take one of those.
Go ahead, Buttercup. Take one.
Okay.
Ooh, forget what I said earlier. I just can't believe you took one of those voluntarily.
An autographed picture of the Good Fairy.
It's unbelievable just how many useless and repulsive things we lug around with us.
A lovely little...
Ugh!
I tied the woolen thread to the coin. That looks like you could play a really neat trick with it. That statue of you looks a little crooked.
Rebel scum! How dare they! I am the undemocratically chosen despot of all Ferialis! Various notices from around the world of Ferialis.
Little Timmy has lost his dog Sassy. A man with a cold, just standing around.
Just looking at him sends cold shivers down my back. I'm sure he has some terrible, gruesome profession. That's the former council chamber. It's just been gathering dust since I abolished that unspeakable democracy.
Hello.
Hello. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I have a terrible cold. Can I do anything for you?
Who are you?
I am... Achoo!
Achoo? Your mother was quite the comedian, wasn't she?
No. I'm the head of the council. My job is to lead the council meetings which strive to provide a better future for all the citizens of Ferianis.
Sounds great.
That sounds nuts, just like a typical stupid democracy. What is this childish vote about?
The vote will be pivotal for the future of Ferianis. It's to decide who is to be our future head of state, now that Ceville's reign of terror has ended.
Ended? My sweet Aunt Hattie, just you wait.
Who's up for election?
At the moment, the good-natured and lovable Gwendolen is the only one up for election. The council must decide either for or against her. In the meantime, the well-known and respected Basilius will take over government operations as managing king pro tem.
Gwendolen? That good-natured fool is totally unsuited for politics.
Psst. She's our only chance if we want to prevent Basilius from staying in power.
Of course, you're right. That insidious bootlicker won't be able to escape my sweet, sweet revenge.
You sound like you have a terrible cold. Aren't you feeling well?
Actually, I've caught a cold somehow. Achoo! It's just unhealthy standing out here in the cold. But I must be ready for the next council meeting.
Nobody's forcing you to foolishly stand out here in the cold.
Moreover, who knows? Maybe a journalist or two from the Ferianis Times might come by and want an interview. It's worth waiting here for that.
Actually, this would be the time for a sarcastic comment, but I think the situation speaks for itself.
Can I do anything to help you with that cold?
Unless you happen to have something for a cold with you, then there's not much you can do.
Has the council meeting already begun?
No, not until the bell rings to convene all the council members.
We have to go. See you soon. We'll see what we can do for you.
Take care.
A crowbar?
So many uses. For example, it's perfect for bashing someone on the head.
Ceville! I don't want to hear another word about it.
I'm sorry, but I need the crowbar later myself. The door to the council chamber often sticks.
Could we borrow the crowbar?
Sorry, but I don't know you, and who knows what you might do with it.
A common clothespin.
Someone must have lost it here.
That's just no good.
Beautiful fountain. I find it hard to imagine anything like this in a city you rule, Ceville.
Ah, it was a present from a good-natured failure named Caliph Haroun al-Pusar.
The harbour! We could escape on a ship!
The last time the Sailors Association went on strike, I had all the union representatives locked up. They're probably not all that fond of me.
You really do know how to make friends, don't you?
The Roxy Theatre, cultural low point of the city.
Could it be that you have something against theatre?
Oh, yes. I consider the whole thing a blatant waste of time. It makes today's youth even stupider and more brutal.
Then why didn't you close it while you were king?
Well, it does bring in a fair amount of money.
The door to the theatre. Unfortunately, it looks like it's locked.
Good thing, too. This way we won't have to endure the cultural erosion perpetrated in there.
The door is locked, but it looks like the key is still in the lock from the inside.
How incredibly useful. Tell me, are there any doors around here which aren't locked? A machine which predicts the future. However, it requires a gold coin. How is that supposed to help?
Coming to this stage soon. The one, the only H-Lo.
Doesn't say anything to me. Anyway, theatre is just for people who don't have anything important to do.
El Choyo sell you shoot 'em up games, too! Cast an eye on El Choyo's fine goods! Simply better. At El Choyo, it's simply better. If you buy 100 or more, El Choyo will consider giving...
I put the clothespin on my nose. Not really the height of fashion now, is it?
Hands off! That is El Choyo's lunch. He would be very angry if you were to try to steal it.
I should hang on to my possessions. I've never been known for being generous.
Get Dr. C's miracle tincture today!
And more refreshing water. Nice helmet.
Yeah, ugly metal thingy. Yes, Bobo, you are so right. I should torch everything here.
Ceville, are you okay?
Of course, of course. Are you jealous because Bobo only talks to me? I'm not crazy. You can catch diseases there they don't even have names for.
It's the end of the world!
Oh, the other way around was more fun.
Oh, sometimes I ask myself whether freeing you was such a good idea.
Hey, you get to go free and I don't. You can just set me free too.
No, I think I'd rather just watch you hang out.
Ceville, that wasn't very nice.
So?
Hey,
No, I...
Ceville,
So? Fascinating.
Ceville! How can you do something like that to the poor old man?
It isn't all that hard. All I had to do was turn the crank.
I saw you. Don't be so mean.
Home, sweet home. Whoever hung something nasty like that here? Oh, yeah, right. That was me. Oh, yes.
A bunch of torture implements.
My beloved torture implements. No!
El Joyous el magic hair tonic recommended by Dr. C.
Oh, look, Ceville! Someone really put some work into these flowers. They're growing beautifully.
Oh, stupid weeds.
But those are pretty flowers, not weeds.
Ah! To me, any plant that I can't eat or at least use as a side dish for my roast pork is a weed.
Hey, shh.
What?
Can I see your notes?
Later. We're not supposed to talk during class.
Now, who's chattering back there? Is there something you'd like to tell the class, you chatterboxes?
Har! Don't let those two bother ye, Miss Teacher. Just carry on. Har! You grinder.
That's enough, you little rascals. If you don't stop, it's off to the corner, wearing dunce caps for you. So, my little chickadees, the next subject is social behavior. I shall teach you how to behave politely in proper society.
I'm not allowed to beat anyone, am I?
No, no, demonykins, we just don't do that kind of thing in a proper society.
Then I'm going to have to give up the pillaging and looting.
Am I at least allowed to smoke?
I'm afraid that's completely out of the question, my little tin soldier. Smoking in public is the most disgraceful thing you could possibly do.
Oh, gee. Hands off! That's my colored pencil.
I'd say no.
Look, Ceville, a pretty little flower.
Flower? Oh, I'm not here to waste my time looking at flowers.
Can I still be a pirate if I'm a good citizen?
Of course not.
Only a software pirate, undeadykins.
That looks like you could play a really neat trick with it.
El Choyo has the mo— Ah, what music reaches El Choyo's sensitive ears? Someone's lost a coin. El Choyo will have a look.
Ugh, I can hardly stand the smell.
El Choyo almost has you! Ah, El Choyo has you now!
Too bad. I guess the fun is probably over now he has the coin.
I saved the cost of a prison chef and let the prisoners cook their own food. Of course, there are still problems with those who are chained up, but it saves a lot of money.
Hey! Turn me around again!
The little beast is hiding in this hole.
She probably has a good reason to be afraid of you.
I'm feeling really lightheaded here.
Got it!
Help!
A small rodent. I hope the animal keeps his teeth away from the lining of my jacket. Otherwise, I might just remember that I like to have something like that served in a bun.
itsy rat! Help! Help! Oh!
A common desk. The fairy probably keeps...
Disgustingly good document.
But I doubt that she'll...
Oh! An itsy bitsy rat! Help! Help!
A common desk.
Disgust.
But I doubt... A mug of the purest water.
Not a good idea.
Oh! An itsy bitsy rat! Help!
Not now. Arr.
I don't think... I still don't have anything which could help me trick those two simpletons. I should probably wait back here for now.
Be quiet, you idiot! We're not leaving until Ceville has been caught.
Sticky glue.
I'm starving.
Talk to the hand!
A parrot! A parrot!
Smiley.
Why? First, I need some ammunition. Uh-oh. A wanted poster of Ceville.
Go ahead, take the poster. Maybe you can find him.
That one toll house for both those guards. I wonder if the fatter one even fits in there on his own. The gateway to freedom. However, freedom is still guarded.
would you know what happened to the toll money we collected? I put the coins in the cookie jar.
I thought the cookies were just old, and that was why they were so hard to chew.
I don't think so.
The autographed picture is now extremely sticky. I glued the autographed picture on.
How delightfully evil. A masterpiece of the forger's art. I really admire that nasty streak of yours, Lily.
I'm going to burn in hell for that one.
A wanted poster for the fairy. The fairy is a villain. Arr!
What? What did you say, my little undeadikins?
Grab her!
Remain seated, boys. I have my ambassadorial papers, and that means that I have diplomatic immunity.
There's nothing we can do against diplomatic immunity.
Unfortunately, that's the law.
A wanted poster for the fairy.
What?
Grab her!
I still have... Oh! An itsy-bitsy rat! Help! Help! Ooh!
It seems to me like someone just lost their diplomatic immunity now, didn't they?
What do you mean, sweetie?
Well, you no longer have your ambassador's papers, but there is a wanted poster with your name on it.
Hey, could he be right?
Aye, har! He's right, all right.
But, my sweets, you wouldn't...
Get her!
Hey, that's Ceville! Come on, let's look him up!
Ah, you can't lock me up. I'm a fairy ambassador with diplomatic immunity. Here are my papers.
It's right, all right. It does say fairy ambassador. We can't lock him up, her up.
That can't be true! That's Ceville, not some fairy ambassador! Come on, we'll have to look him up!
According to the law, our hands are tied.
3 cheers for democratic legislation. Out of the way, you fools! Make way.
I'm not going to let you get away that easily! I'm going to have a closer look at these laws! Ha! There's something! According to this law, a fairy ambassador has to meet certain conditions.
But that's over 500 years old.
Be quiet, you idiot. It's still valid.
What are the conditions then?
Here it says, a fairy ambassador can be identified by the following characteristics. Ambassadorial papers, a magic wand, fairy wings, A fairy dress? The way I see it, there are a few things missing for him to pass for a fairy.
So, a fairy ambassador doesn't have to be a female?
Not necessarily, no.
Still, we can't arrest him either. After all, he does have the papers.
Well then, we can at least prevent him from leaving until this is sorted out.
Pig-headed bureaucrats. To think this escape might just turn out to be tougher than I thought.
So, back into the city.
I could eat a whole cow right now.
For example, the smokeless pipe you can even use in restaurants. El Choyo's very busy. He's on his lunch break. Wait, where is El Choyo's lunch?
I like his abrasive style. However, I have to ask myself if he didn't miss his calling as a trader.
That's a long story. A nice small coloured pencil.
A big box atop the wardrobe. Impossible for us to reach.
What treasures might it hold?
I think it would be better if I just didn't comment.
A staircase up. Probably leads to the fairy's bedroom.
Oh, stop! Don't say one more word. Just the thought fills my head with images too horrible to contemplate.
El Choyo is the man to...
Let me out of here, dearie. I'm the good fairy.
Good my butt. You're just a sly old fox, you are.
Aye, it's time ye paid for your crimes. Arr.
Exactly. Hey, that was kind of fun. Don't you think?
Aye, we should be doing more good deeds. Arr. I almost feel like it's me destiny to be a paladin.
This is great. We could start a club. The League of Unusual Former Villains.
My angels, I think you're starting to lose your marbles.
Yes, let us be good and eliminate evil.
I'm so sorry it had to be this way, but it's the only way we could get the papers.
That was hilarious! What papers? I did that just for fun.
Ceville! You can't laugh at that poor fairy's plight.
Why not? We got what we wanted. I just regard the rest as a little bonus. But if it will make you feel better, I could just say that I feel bad.
Arr, forget it. Let's beat on some evildoers. Arr! But we can't. As long as there's no one else to watch over the prisoners. Arr! We don't have time right now. We need to plan some good deeds.
Hey! No one is allowed to speak with the prisoner.
Stay away. Otherwise, you will be committing a crime.
Now that they've locked the good fairy up because they think she's a villain, I don't know if it would be such a good idea for you to prove to them that you're the good fairy.
Oh, right. Good point there. I think I'll just leave that for now, then.
Our teacher has revealed her evil nature.
A modest view of freedom lost. No.
No, no, no! We've already done enough evil with that. The door to the theatre!
Good thing, too. This...
That statue of you...
Rebel scum! How I am the undemocratic... No. That's just no good. Tempting, but... no. Not a good idea.
Hello.
Oh, it's you. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm a member of the council myself, so make way and let me into the council chamber.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that yet. Looks like a council meeting will soon be convened, at which point you will, of course, be allowed inside. Wait until you hear the bell. That's when the members of the council come together.
And why can't we go in now?
At the moment, the remnants of the last assembly are being tidied up. The cleaning personnel is always busy for days.
Politics is a dirty business. We've wasted enough time here already. Have a good time freezing here.
Thanks.
A machine which predicts the future. However, it requires a gold coin.
Yuck! Who hung their dirty laundry here?
That is the laundry from Dr. C's laundry, which El Choyo also runs.
Talk about a dirty business. I don't think so. I'm not going to do that.
Quality is hotter.
Common parsley. These watchtowers look extremely uninviting.
That's why they are there. They're supposed to spread fear and terror.
A fish head for a fountain. How imaginative.
Bah, ornamental bric-a-brac.
Evil will never win.
Arr, true it is, matey.
How is that supposed to help? Mouse for sale! Mouse for sale!
Ceville, maybe we shouldn't get rid of that just yet.
We'll put an end to freebooting. Ships will once again be free to travel the seven seas without...
El Choyo, a name you can trust.
Here, kitty, 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 I like tuna, I like liver.
Ceville, don't! The poor mouse! Maybe we'll need her again.
Oh, very well, maybe you're right. You're lucky, Mouse, very, very lucky. Ouch! You nasty, disgusting little beast. Not a good idea. I don't think so. Why? A little bench. Oh, could we maybe have a short rest?
But we still have to leave the city. Come on! Ceville, up you get. You're in pretty good shape for someone your age.
Are you making fun of me? Ugh, I can still leave a baby like you eating dust any day of the week. Let's go. I don't think so. No.
Look, Ceville, a pretty little flower. A warehouse.
I hope this Basilius raises our wages soon.
I hope he increases the rations soon. I could eat a...
No. That's just no good.
I think I'll just keep that coloured pencil.
Hey,
Halt! No one is allowed to pass this point.
Which mental incompetent hired you two on the city guards?
Basilius.
Basilius?
Basilius.
I don't suppose it would bother you to know that he's only using dirty tricks to take control of the realm.
Not really, no.
Maybe we'll get a raise.
Don't you ever take a break?
Exactly. When you worked for me, I mean for Ceville, you were always taking breaks.
I'm hungry.
Be quiet, dolt. We might have fallen for that once, but it won't work again. We'll stand here forever.
This enthusiasm was sadly lacking back then.
Couldn't you just let us pass?
No.
You're not worth my wasting any more time on you. How is that supposed to...
I could...
Not a good idea. I should hang on to my possession. A toll house. Ha! Toll. Should really be called a robber baron house.
But you were king, until just a little while ago. It was there during your reign too.
Exactly my point. I know what I'm talking about.
Look, Ceville, there's a parrot sitting on that bar.
Yeah, those things just make noise and eat crackers. They're no good for anything else.
Why did I even say anything?
I could eat an entire cup.
El Choyo's goods are so cheap, you're gonna buy them all.
I think there are more goods in there.
I think that there's more junk in there.
Exceptional goods at exceptional prices. Advertising is obviously not his strong point. the wagon brake. Since it will probably remain here and not be moved, it's likely nothing more than an ornament now.
I don't think so. Why?
Simply better. A del cioio, it's simply better.
These watchtowers.
That's why they...
Arr! We don't have time right now. We need to plan some good deeds.
A pile of crates.
Arr! Get away from them crates. No one's to speak with the prisoners.
That statue of you looks a little...
Rebel scum! How I am the... giant mushrooms. I can't believe that I tolerated something like that in my city.
But they look so sweet.
Exactly my...
Formerly evil.
What kind? I don't think so. No.
Sweet.
A large wardrobe.
Maybe the fairies and...
I said I didn't.
Autographed pictures of the good fairy.
I just can't believe you took one of those voluntarily. giant stone.
There's a story.
Yes, a rich merchant, the stupid furball.
Get Dr. C's miracle tincture today!
Hey, Smiley, let's go hunt some wild boar.
Be quiet, or I'll smack you right in the mouth.
Ceville, if you want to pose as the good fairy, it's probably not a good idea to show the guards a wanted poster with her picture on it.
Oh, right. Good point there. Maybe I should just forget the idea.
It was a joke. And now shut your pie hole, stupid.
Sticky glue.
I can think of all sorts of nasty things we could do with that.
First, I need some ammunition.
I'm starving.
No.
I think I'll just keep that coloured pencil.
That's just no good.
Smiley, I can't see my legs.
Because your big fat belly is in the way, you fool.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is it just me, or does it seem rather stupid just to throw all my belongings out the window? How is that supposed to help? I've never been known for being gentle.
Now that they've locked the good fairy...
Oh, right. Not a good idea. I don't think so. Why? I don't think so. No.
A little well by the prison wall.